Hi, this is Dr. Pan recording from Tucson, Arizona. Today we have a question from one of our YouTube subscribers. Let's do an analysis and see how we'll go about graphing this one. To send your own questions, please consider subscribing our channel. The analysis goes something like this. If you have a square term and another square term x and y, if they're subtracting, the negative sign in the middle, then you have a hyperbola. If it's adding, then it's an ellipse. The second thing is very important when it comes to graphing the hyperbolas. Three things come to mind. The first one, the curve always sits on the first term. By that we mean that if the y squared term comes first, because since this is subtraction, it matters the order which one comes first. If the y term comes first, then the curve sits on the y. If its x term comes first, then the curve sits on the x. Second thing is the center, when it's shifted, it's y minus cy, x minus cx. So the center is actually going to be at cx, cy. Now this minus sign really comes from the distance formula. The last thing that makes the hyperbola unique and a little difficult than ellipse is that there's this asymptote box. Inside the box is where the asymptote is drawn, and the size of this box is the units under the y term and x term. As with any lines, the slope of the asymptotes is plus minus length of y divided by length on x. So using all those 3 points, let's see if we can graph this one that we were given. Alright, so here's the solution. With the minus sign, we know it's a hyperbola. X term sits in the front, so we know the curve is going to sit on an x. So our curve eventually is going to look something like this. There's no shift because the x is by itself, so cx, cy equal to 0. Our origin is going to be our center of the asymptote box. Now this asymptote box is what's going to decide the size of this curve. So the way to do it, the best way I found is grab your center. We're going to move 2 units. I read the 2 from here. Now notice this 4 is expressed in the square term. So from the center, I'm going to move x term 2 units. And then notice here, y term underneath is 1 squared. So it's 1 unit up, 1 unit down. And once you have this T-junction in green, all you have to do is duplicate the box. Now once you have the box, the rest is pretty easy. Once we have this box, the rest is pretty easy. Those 2 yellow ones are the asymptotes. They go through where the center is, and I'm drawing 2 lines. Since we know earlier our analysis says that a curve itself sits on the x-axis, here's the curve outside this box. So the essence of drawing probably really come down to, can you draw the box and can you figure out if the curve sits on the x or y. Next slide, let's take a look at the computer generated graph. Alright, so here's the computer generated graph. As you can see, it duplicates what we have here, and here's the box. The asymptote box is what's important. Well, I hope this helps. Hi, this is Dr. Pan recording from Tucson, Arizona. Please comment, share, or like this video. Together we can make math easy again. Have a confident day.